Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we shall be upcycling candles. So I've got some soy wax candles over here. I've got some paraffin I've also wax got candle, my vegetable wax blend. So people have leftover candles for an array of reasons, and for me, I can give you 5 reasons why I have these candles all over the place. For instance, I made this for sale and the wick is somewhere on the side, not in the middle. I don't think I want to put that kind of product out, so that's why this one is going to be recycled. I'm just going to melt these two down, going in here, except I changed my mind. So this is another old candle that we're going to melt down and wash and use this container. So I think these ones might fit in here. So if you would love to purchase a candle making kit, my Temu link is in the description. You can download the Temu app, or you can just click on the candle link and shop for your candles. Now these are Baxter's classic tomato chutney, and we consume a lot of this in this house. So I actually recycle them and use them for my candle jars, and trust me, they hold the heat. I've done the test so that you don't have to do the test. So we're recycling these Baxter jars into our candle holders for today. I think they're ashtrays, and I rescued them from the refuse dump. I washed them. You need to see when they came. In fact, I'll show you one of the dirty ones that looks like this, how dirty it was, and I washed them, and this is what they look like. So hold on a sec and I'll show you. Here is one of these ones. This is what it looks like when it came, and I washed, I scrubbed, and I passed it through my dishwasher a couple of times, and it became this clean. So let's start with the easier ones. We're just going to melt down and pour. This one can be melted first on here, and there's also some water down there. So, and I am putting a second one on to make it even faster for us. And some of them would be going into my microwaves, especially the ones without any metal or anything that could blow up in my microwave. So let's move back to the other ones. This is a paraffin wax candle, and that's another paraffin wax candle, and it is safe to put them or to throw them in my microwave right now. I have this my giant jug there. So we're going to put our jelly candles in here so we can start to work on them as well. So I'm just going to melt down, and we're not doing a lot to it. I might just add some sparkles and some, decorations. So we're gonna get some of that one as well for in there. Workspace is getting clearer. I'm just gonna chop that up so it's not overflowing on my stove directly. So you can do this as your double boiler at home. I've added enough water, and I'm going to also put this on my stove. That one. And we can have 3 of them melting at the same time. Now that we have those ones melting, it is time to prepare our jar. So I'm going to go in with a sharp object, and I'm going to be using the base of my spoon. So you can use anything you're comfortable with. It's coming out easily. Scoop it out. So instead of throwing empty candle jars away, they can be rewashed and reused, just as we are demonstrating in this video. Go. I've got my wick. I'm going to go in with my hot glue gun quickly. Remember, we dried our container already. Apply a generous amount of glue. Go in with your wick and secure. I've got 3 of them in a pan at the moment: jelly wax, soy wax, and my vegetable blend wax. And I've also got my soy wax over here, and they're going into this container. I'm going to quickly take my temperature to see. So we don't want to pour our fragrance when it's too hot. If you pour in your fragrance, it's all going to disappear with the vapor, so it's going to evaporate and your candle will not be throwing scents properly. So I'm checking my candle is not over 60 before I add my fragrance, but right now it's on 65, so I know it's too hot. I'm going to wait a little bit. So I'm going to be using a little bit of my mango. It's just essential oil to making, so don't use teaspoons you use in your house for making candles. You can dedicate 1 teaspoon to candle making. You can put a masking tape on that spoon, and I think I've stirred for at least 120 seconds, and it's time to pour our candle. So carefully pour in your candle. So pour in gently, and I'm going to leave the rest of my wax for now, just in case I have a hole, and also for space, so you don't want to fill to the top, just in case you have a mistake that you need to correct. For our paraffin wax, we're going to be using these ashtrays I salvaged. So I have my glue dots. You can also order these on Temu. So now I want to use 4 wicks. So that's one of my wicks. My second. So carefully. I don't know if my wick will stand. So wick stand. I have these ones from the last time. I'm just going to carefully place them in this one and carefully drop it in. Oh my god, I wasn't careful enough. This one in carefully. So I have some dry flowers. Our glass jars from earlier. Remember we had this tomatoes jar, and I washed out the contents. We shall be using this for our strawberry milkshake candles. So I'll go in with my middle, kind of the middle of my jar. That's my mold, and I'll be passing my wick through this bit. So let's poke our second hole. That was easier than the first hole. Which is just a decorative, it's just a decorative bar to add to the backgrounds for my content videos, so I don't need to. And that one, this will be one of my anniversary candles, but I'm just gonna make this Buddha without a wick as well. So we're going to push some of them, so we're pushing them towards the glass just so that it is visible. We're going to pour our soy wax. So we have our final jar, and we've got our wick, oak wood, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun to fasten this right in the middle. And for my other jelly candle, I'm doing nothing to it, I'm just going to pour. So, very, very thick.
We met under the moon so bright, whispered dreams in the still of night. Your eyes, they spoke 1,000 words.
So,
in silence,
this candle has a hole. Remember why we reserved some wax earlier? So that's a tip for you. If you're making your candles, always reserve your wax just in case this happens, and don't fill it to the top in case you need the space for this. So I filled it up again. So let's quickly pour this in.
Oh, the stars aligned for you and me. In this cosmic love we're free.
That's our vegetable blend wax candle, our paraffin wax candle, our strawberry milkshake candle. This is just jelly candle. We have that one over there. We have our soy wax pink. We're going to leave this for at least 24 hours before we trim them down. So I need a proper...
Every touch of her so true. In this world there's just us two.